Am I go? Yes?
We're live.
I'm live? Okay. Sorry, guys. So, let's see. I guess I'm talking about the big switch. So, I was abducted from my original camp of Jovian, and I didn't know about it until after Jovian went to tribal council. I was the last one to place my vote, and immediately after I voted, I was abducted by an alien and taken to the other camp, to Blazar camp. Not at all what I was expecting. I mean, I knew I was going to get abducted, but I didn't know it was going to be then, and I didn't know where I was going when I got abducted. I thought maybe there was an exile island or something like that. So anyway, I get over to Blazar, and everybody greeted me with open arms, very welcoming, and as sad as I was to leave my other tribe, and I do miss them, I think they were a great tribe, and you know, I hope that I still have some connections over there, you know, if I make the merge. But I really do like the new tribe, and my goal is to be a team player and continue to do what I would have done for my other tribe anyway. And I'm safe at this particular tribal coming up, so I have that going for me. But then after that, but I will say in the immunity challenge we just had, even though our team lost, I personally performed well. So I feel like I'm safe. I feel like they know that I'm an asset for challenges. So I feel pretty good about it, but I have to say, you know, I do miss my other tribe members because I was just starting to make some bonds, and so, but maybe that'll be good for me to come the merge. So that's it.
Any thoughts on how we're going to vote tonight?
I do believe I'm with the majority. Should I say who were? Okay, so there were two names brought up, and obviously I don't know these people, so I have no recollection or no preference really. But it came down to Savannah and Don as far as what the names I was hearing, and my own personal experience with each of them. If I have to choose one, I'm choosing to vote for Don and not Savannah, to keep Savannah, because she was one of the first one to come greet me when I got to the camp, and Don was not. So that is strictly where I'm placing my vote, plus it seems to be like it's on the majority side. So that's it. We're good.
We are trying to just record onto the SD cards just for good measure, but there's two cards in there and it filled up one. I'm trying to make it go to the other one. Whenever they feel like
Am I just talking to you guys? Any questions? So we get to the next immunity challenge, and it's revealed that unfortunately the people that are abducted are now permanently on the other tribe, and that sucks because I really liked Amanda. She made a 6-person alliance and pulled me into it, and now she's gone. So I mean, I guess it's kind of cool though that she did make that alliance and now she's not there, so people won't really look at her as the leader of it, and like she is super protected by that. Going into the vote, it's very clear it's going to be Dawn. I love you, Dawn, and I'm not going to vote for you. Even though I was told that you said my name when I was laying with Jorge and Angela, you were pointing out that we are very big competitors and will be problems down the road, and I should vote your ass for that, but I'm not going to, because we repaired our friendship and I do think the world of you. I wanted to play this game with you, Dawn, but gamer to gamer advice, you gotta know when to chill. You don't have no chill in you. You are going to everyone. It's obvious. people are like saying you're looking for idols. People are saying you're talking to them too much. You just gotta find that chill button, bro. I mean, I know how it is because I had to find the chill button myself, and so that's what I'm doing this game. But you're just doing too much, and so the girls and the guys all want you out. So Dom's gonna get the majority votes. Savannah is the op vote based on what Don said, and then I want to throw a vote on someone that I'm newly aligned with to scare them so that they will gravitate more towards me by me reassuring them, obviously you're good with me. I don't need to vote for Don right now, everyone else is going to, so I want to use this for my future game by being like, yeah, I have no idea who voted for you. Like, obviously I'm not going to bring it up and draw the suspicion of it. I'm going to let other people do that, but I'm going to vote for somebody that nobody would think I would ever vote for. I'm on my way.
Kind of more as a, if you could stand, actually, sorry. Wow, so losing our first challenge is not the most fun. You know, when I fantasize about doing all the challenges, I usually imagine myself winning them. So when you don't win the challenge and you have to realize that you're going to tribal council, it's not as fun. So tribal council is looming. It's my first tribal. I'm very nervous. I'm hoping that there's no funny business. I'm hoping that everything I've heard is true. And what I have heard is that I've been approached by 2 alliances basically, and they're pretty much comprised of the same people. The first one is the Car Alliance. This is the alliance of all the people that were in the car from the airport upon arriving. We all have the same driver, so that would be me, Jorge, James, Mojo, Angela, and Marisa. There it goes. That's the car group. And then another alliance I was approached about is basically the same people, but instead of Marisa, you put in the Minnesota girl, who I always forget her name when I do these confessionals, but I swear I know her name, and I'm sorry if you're watching this, the other Minnesota girl, but Amanda has been abducted by the other tribe, so I don't even know if that alliance is still a thing. Savannah, I hope you're still watching this. The Minnesota girl's name is Savannah. And I don't know, since Amanda is gone, if, you know, that alliance is still going on, but either way, it sounds like those are 2 options, and that the vote tonight is going to be Don. Again, I'm sorry, Don. I liked you, Don, but I couldn't do anything to save you, man. It's going to be a unanimous vote, I think, so good luck, and maybe we'll play again next time. Cool. Thank you. Oh, my water.
Okay. I felt like we had a really good start, and I was feeling very good, and I'm still feeling very good. Like, I genuinely love my team, and that was the part I was most nervous about, is like, if I'm not in a good environment and I'm not vibing with everybody, I'm gonna have a hard time. So I love my team. Like, I already feel like I'm gonna go fly across the country to see them, but it was really hard then to pick somebody today. So the game was good. The game was fine. We all tried our best. I tried to like stay really positive. It sucks to vote somebody out, but we did agree on Dawn. I think that's what everyone's voting. It's nothing against him. I think he's actually like a really cool person. I just think he's not quite vibing with the group, and if we're not vibing as a group, we're not gonna succeed in the challenges. So I think that was the answer. But after that, I'm gonna have a really hard time picking. And then I'm really vibing like Jorge, James, Marisa, and it was what's her name? Amanda, but she left. And then someone else, Angela. So I think I've like started to build some alliances, mojo a little bit. So we'll see. I'm just trying to like be kind and have fun. So it's going good. Oh, that's a good question. So I didn't want to like dictate the vibe of the group. I didn't want to dictate the vibe of the group. But last night we like got into like what are our star signs? Like what's your sexuality? Like all these things. And I just wanted that to be neutral. But I think tonight I'm going to like whip out the Taylor Swift or like I have some original songs if people, whatever. I don't know. It's just going to be really good. So I'm glad I brought the guitar. But yeah, it's actually going really good. I'm very surprised. I thought I would be having a hard time. So it's going really good. Let's stay tuned. All right. Thank you.
So inevitably we wind up here. Honestly, camp life has been almost perfect. We have a lot of hard workers. We all pitch in. We all do things. We got fire in like 30 seconds. Our shelter's awesome. Our camp is awesome. People are awesome. This challenge, I specifically was like, guys, I can't get across a 3-foot balance beam. Like, I'm never going to be able to do this. So I chose to sit out. I don't think it would have gone better if I had played. Turns out my entire team has no balancing skills. So we wound up really scrambling because we haven't really had a ton of talks. There's little groups that have started to form, but we haven't really ever come to a consensus on a name. So the last 35 minutes or so have been really, really fun. I do think that there's a general consensus for Dawn, which is too bad. I really like him and wanted to work with him kind of far into the game, but I think that's the name that's fluttering around more than anybody else. He's also thrown out my name, James's name, Savannah's name, and Mojo's name. So nobody really feels like they know where he stands. There's probably a 3% chance in my brain that some elaborate scheme is going on to get me out, because I will always feel that way. And I do know that people are starting to talk about James and I being like a pretty strong duo on our side, so that makes me nervous. But other than that, I'm hoping it's a straightforward vote. I do know that Dawn is planning on voting for Savannah, and Savannah is going to throw her vote on Marisa just in case he plays something or gets nervous. And that's all I have.
You mentioned you and James.
Yes.
Yes.
I do. I think that G and Mojo are pretty tight. I think Kevin and Jorge are very tight. But me, James, Jorge, and Kevin are very tight. I really like that foursome. Marisa also just happened to be in our vehicle, all riding here together, so we're familiar with each other's faces. We weren't allowed to talk or anything, but I think there is like that commonality. I also really want to work with Savannah. I really do. I know of her. I've seen her play. and she is a very hard worker. So I think there's like duos and trios, and there isn't like a strong majority yet, but we're getting there. Awesome. Cool. Thanks.
Okay, so we lost our first challenge. I think losing 1 out of 4 isn't too bad, so my hopes aren't crushed quite yet. If anything, I'm quite happy to lose 1 just because I want to get into the game and get the game started. I think if you never go to a tribal council before a swap or a merge, you're like instantly screwed. So I was really happy that we have this chance to like form bonds with one another. Losing the challenge, I have this thing where any game I play, my name is always thrown out early. I never go home early, but it's always thrown out early. So I kind of wanted to plant an early seed to make sure it was someone other than me. And I noticed that Don had like stuck out a little bit. He's super lovely, but I think some people get rubbed the wrong way by him. And Don made a passing comment to me where he threw out 3 people's names, one of them being James. And I know James is set up really well with a lot of people. This was before the challenge. So I went to James instantly and said, Don said your name. They said Angela's name. And James let me know that Don had also said my name and Savannah's name. So I was like, okay, I'm really glad I told James, because now Don looks like he's just throwing out names left and right. So I think when we lost, everyone just came to an instant consensus that it's going to be him. I think the fear is he has been looking for an idol like non-stop. I think he's pretending to look for wood, but like he's been searching 24/7. So we're a bit scared where his vote's gonna go. I believe it's going on Savannah, and Savannah has told me that she's gonna throw a vote on Marisa, in case an idol is played. But I love Marisa, so I really hope an idol isn't. I don't think he has anything. I think he feels confident, but for this vote, I feel okay, but I am slightly worried for what's coming up.
So I want to go back to that first
Yes.
competition.
Sorry.
You got all of the bags, and you had all the words, and because of your part of that challenge, that really pushed you all ahead. But you were struggling. You were staring at this word, and you only had like 4 letters. What was going through your head when you just couldn't figure that last word out?
So back at the very first challenge, I was absolutely petrified, because that's where we were all doing something individually. I was like, I'm going to be in the limelight. And the only reason I took the word puzzle was because we thought we knew what it was before we actually got the word. So I was like, cool, easy out. And when we poured the letters out, I was like, that is not what we thought it was going to be. And you know what? I probably looked a bit stupid where I couldn't get that last word for a little bit. But I was proud of myself because I got the first 3 words and the other tribe kind of cheated and stole them from me. So I think if they had to work that out too, I think they would have taken even longer. And I do think that was played a part in what gave us the lead. Cool.
Awesome. Cool.
Lovely. Good. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello. Well, we're back. Well, actually, we're here for the first time. About to go to Tribal Council. It's been interesting. The game definitely kicked it into hyperspeed here in the last 30 minutes or so. We had a really good first day, and I guess balancing is not our strength. So we ended up losing the last challenge, and like I said, everyone started scrambling. Once we kind of got the okay, the small side conversations turned into big, full-on game talks back at camp. So going into this tribal, I am a little worried. I think the consensus vote is going to be done. I think it does get a little scary though, because my name was the decoy vote that was thrown out, and you never want that to happen. He claims it was tribe strength and that I'm the weakest link, and I think that's a bunch of BS, because I've delivered, minus the math, and I did get it done. I stayed calm under pressure, and I've delivered in all the challenges, and I don't think I've been weakest in anything. I think I've very much helped the tribe in challenges and at camp, and socially I feel like I've been fitting in very well. I do have a group of 6, well now 5 with Amanda leaving, a group of 5 that we had kind of formed. So I do trust them to have my back, and I think that, like I said, the general consensus is pretty firm on done. The scariest part is he could have an idol, which is terrifying to me. He's been looking non-stop, which is scary. If anyone has it, it's probably him. And I definitely don't want to go home on his one vote if that's where he's going. So my dilemma right now is, do I throw a rogue vote on someone that I trust, or maybe not trust, but that I could work with in the future, just to save my own self if he does have an idol. I feel like if I do that, outside of my 6, or the 5, Carrie's safe. That leaves Mojo and G, which I am working really well with them. I really get along with them. I know it's probably not, I know they have other things in their basket, but I trust that they trust me enough for a while. And then that just leaves Marisa, unfortunately, and I really love Marisa. She's a great person, and someone I think would be loyal and a great ally if I needed someone like that, like a number to bring along and like have on my side down the road. But I think I would have to sacrifice that number if it means my game or hers, unfortunately, and I hope that I can mend some fences if I do throw that vote, and when we get back to camp I can explain away. I hope Dawn goes, I hope she stays, I hope we can work together forward at least a little bit, yeah, ultimately I want to survive this tribal at any cost. I think if I can get past here, I got a good path forward. It'll prove where loyalties lie a little bit, and I'm excited, I'm nervous, all the feelings, but I hope we can get through this vote, we can stay strong as a tribe, and get back to our winning streak, and go Blazar strong. So
Awesome, thank you.
all right.
Alright, so this is our first immunity challenge loss. It was a tough one. We were not neck and neck at this time. They kicked our butts for sure. but it was a well-deserved win. I think right now in our tribe, we've been meshing pretty well. We've had no reason to, start strategizing as intensely as we have until now. So it's good that, the relationships that we were building earlier on are coming into play now. The good thing is that I feel connected with a good group of people, and then ideally this vote will go where everybody else is stating. In regards to voting for Dawn, we'll see. I think at the moment, camp life is going all right. The challenges have been very physical. We've had a lot of, I did a digging portion of one of the challenges where it helped our team get ahead. We also had to do a lot of physicality whenever it came to pushing some big blocks, but we're killing it. Our morale is still up, even though that we did lose this one challenge, but we're excited to see what's next, and hopefully we can be stronger after this tribal.
And you were the first person in that memory comp to just run back without pulling the rope, and then the other person followed you. Did you come up with that on the fly, or what was going through your head there?
So it was a strategy that was being talked about before we got in, but honestly, I forgot to pull it. I just came back and try to use that advantage where I could still see it. Unfortunately, I still got it wrong, and oh well, it happens. We ended up winning that challenge regardless to somebody else's strength, but it honestly, I blacked out, right? Like, I went back into the mat, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it happened.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all.
Day 2, just as fun as day 1 so far. Loving the experience, loving the tribe. Not so much loving the crazy twists that have already occurred. Losing a tribe mate was tough to the other team. It was tough for us to lose our tribe mate to the other team. But it kept us guessing all night when she was going to be abducted. So that was fun. The challenge today, I have to say, I was pretty disappointed in my performance. I thought that balancing was something I had, and apparently I don't, at least not in high pressure situations where you're carrying a block, which, how often do you do that? But it was super fun anyway. All of the challenges are, they're so much fun. I want to do them again, like every time, so I can, just do them for fun. But yeah, it was really weird going back to camp after losing the challenge, and just kind of being told, okay, you've got 25 minutes to talk, and we're like, how do we do this? So it took a few minutes for people to kind of start wandering off and talking to other people, and that's when the game really became much more real. Like, okay, I'm definitely worried about I'm a very trusting person, and I'm also probably pretty naive in that way, and so I will never feel safe. Like, I just won't, because it's really hard to trust these people that you've just met, but I love them all, so I want to trust them. But it's been an awesome experience so far.
And you got the pleasure of winning that first competition for your tribe. So what was going through your head?
Oh
when
my
you dove into
gosh.
that pool and you took that flag and you put it in?
It was so much fun. It was so much fun because swimming, I love to swim. I was a swimmer, so I was hoping for something I could do in the water. And I was literally, what was going through my head was, don't grab the wrong color flag. Don't grab the wrong color flag. And then when I was swimming to the side to put it in the bucket, I'm like, what if this isn't the right bucket? Like, I was questioning myself the whole time. But as soon as I got in there, and then people were like, yeah, it was amazing. It was awesome. So much fun.
Cool. That's all I got
All
for
right.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we are, going first tribal. You know, I lost a comp there, but again, played pretty strong, which they seemed to do well when we went talking and back to the campaign. So, but you know, I was expecting more of a scramble. It came pretty easy. You know, Savannah immediately started like trying to justify herself when I never even asked a question to her. So I knew immediately where everybody was targeting before I even got to talking. So we went through there, and I kept telling her to give me a name. I kept, you know, we're all talking. We're trying to give everybody a chance because, you know, we all get along well, so we're trying to give everybody a chance. And but they never gave a name. They finally came up with a name as I'm walking out, and they tell me Marissa. Like that's not even logical. Like she's harmless, you know. And I don't get it. I don't get their strategy. You got me, you got James, you got Angela, you got Jorge. You see, we're all huge comps. That's not, you don't throw our name as a emergency. I mean, make a move. So I'm sitting here wondering now, as I watch my tribe, what do I need to do next here? Because losing wasn't that bad. I seem to have a secure spot. So now I've got to these things that I have to think about as we go through the process of the rest of this game as we're trying to go together. So that's about all I got right now.
How's camp life been?
Camp life has been amazing. You know, of course, we won everything the first day, so we had all the luxuries, we had all the good stuff. Plus, we had pretty skilled groups. We went around and collected all our campfire wood up early. You know, we had people that stayed up to tend to the fire. Everybody's really got along well. People were popping up and down. Like, we had a lot of people that struggled to sleep, which worked out well for me because that was my biggest worry coming into the game was camp life and being able to settle down in the camp and relax. And I've actually found it extremely relaxing. So camp life's been amazing. The game's been amazing so far.
Awesome. Cool. That's all I got for you.
Thank you.